Hi everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Kimberly with Journal Breeze. Thanks so much for clicking and checking in. We're working on folios. Today's going to be pretty much a craft with me, but also if you're making the folios and you want, some ideas on how you might, decorate them, then this would be that kind of a video. I actually made this video for you yesterday and intended to have it post this morning, but when I went to upload it, it put up a dialog box and told me that it was corrupted. So earlier today I went to make another one, and when I turned everything on to get into action, I could see that there was a dialog box coming up that was reminding me of what happened the day before that I hadn't recognized was a problem. So now I waited all these hours to be able to get help from my husband, and it took him about, 45 seconds to fix it. Oh my God, I don't mean to complain because I'm glad, but sometimes things are so simple, but I just feel like they're not. So we're going to do a craft with me again, but of course I've already crafted what I've crafted, so it's going to be a little bit different stuff we'll do today. So this is the second folio, and I love this cover paper so much. It was originally fabric. You can tell. You can see where it was folded when they took the picture or the scan or whatever. And it's very Victorian and English, and I just love it. I really, really, really love this basket, but I'm about to cover it up. I can't believe I'm saying that. I ended up making this I like it a lot, cool envelope pocket. And I thought that it was going to go inside, and when I went to put it inside, it did look good, but when I put it on the cover, it looked even better. Even better. I just think it's so, so pretty. It's got a feeling of the end of summer and, the grunge, and it's just, it makes me happy to look at it. Let me show you the tag inside. I made a little handle out of cheesecloth, but I'm not going to use it. It was just for decoration. And this is actually a fussy cut from a kit that I'm using in this one. Of course, it's all Chapter 1's papers, and all the links are in my description box, and there's also a discount until September 6th. And I cut this out of Sweet Pea Curiosities. The kit is called The Lives We Tell, or The Stories We Live, something like that. It's a recent one, and it has rose and red colored papers and pictures of women predominantly. Few are children, and I think there's one man. And they just work really well with the size that this requires. So this was a fussy cut, so I cut it out and then I glued it on this background paper that came out of the Chapter 1 kit. And then I glued these two pieces of washi tape on either side of the piece because it was narrow, and I wanted this to be as wide as the window. And then I backed it with some sturdy paper. I stamped this was on here, and yeah, I really like it. I really, really like how it turned out. And then this was a very large windowed envelope, and put a little cheesecloth down here and a little button, and did a little collage up there. This is handmade paper in the background, and this is more of the washi tape. This might be actually from their kit, Antique Florals, but this is definitely from their washi tape. So as much as I love that, I do think this is going to be on the cover. So that is exciting. And then for this, I alluded to this before, but I've done a little more figuring out about it. And, oops, I'm going to be putting this picture here. This is from, I think, their Vintage Florist kit. And I decided that I really like framing her by having this design at the top and then leaving just this little base showing at the bottom. I think that is such a pretty, pretty frame. But I wanted to make it wider to take up more of the cover to give it sturdiness. Although now I don't know that that really is important since I'm putting this on the cover. It actually might be more of a hindrance. So I might reconsider that. I love that I can work slow. Because if I cut these things up and glued them and did everything the first thought I had, I would be so sorry. I'd make so many changes as I go along. So paper clipping, thinking about it, looking at it again, you know, another day. That's the way I like to work. So at this point I have this wide. Let's just see how wide that is compared to the cover. I know I measured all this out before, but it was a few days ago and I don't remember what it was. So let's see. We have 4 1/4. So if I do 4 1/4 here, yeah, it avoids the curve altogether. So that'll be okay. Maybe a tad less. I'll cut on the inside. And then my intention, I made this brad. I found some flatheads and I glued on this decoration. You know, Amazon sells these things. It's pretty. I like it. It's got a center rhinestone, faux, I'm sure rhinestone, but and then little ones around it. So it's pretty. So that would be showing either at the edge if this sticks out or further in. And then the color that will be coming out of that space is this beige. So I think that's going to be really nice. And then what I was thinking I was going to do with this, and maybe we'll even get to it today, I'm going to rubber stamp some sayings on either side. I was thinking I could either rubber stamp or cut out these lines and glue them on here. I don't know if I like that idea or not, but like journal could be on one side. And then I like this stamp. It says La Mode, and I was thinking if I could just get Petite Journal, if I could just ink up Petite Journal, because even though I love La Mode, which is a magazine, it's so big. Obviously there's no room for that. So Petite Journal would just fit in there. And I like that. I like that a lot. You can see it would just fit in there. It would really fill it up nicely. Now if I put that on this side, then the letters would show here. How would letters look next to? I don't think letters is really a good idea, so I think I'd put it on that side. And then the other word I like is Perfume Violet. We all like that, don't we? So I could put that over here, but then there's words again. But I do like the idea of words on either side. So, editor of the library, editor of this book, magazine, document is E. Den2. And, I don't know, I just want to do more. I just think it's too plain. Pretty, but too plain. So I'll figure that out later, because obviously I'm going to have to take some time to do that and think about it. So let me show you the inside. Obviously it's not done or even all glued down. Let's see if we can come in one more for you. There we go. So this is a pocket that I've built, or I'm about to build. This is that kit from Sweet Pea Curiosities about stories or lives of stories or stories we've told. This is from Tracy Fox. This I think is from Graphis Fairy. This is in the kit. This is the gorgeous paper that's making the flip outs. So it's part of Chapter 1's kits. I put this pocket here. I don't know yet what I intend to put here, but I like the pocket. And then, oops, this is another pocket right here. And then this is my center, which I just love. Originally, that big center pocket, I mean the cover pocket, was going to go here. You know, and it just seems a little bit big for that space. I think it just is too big, too wide, too big, and it looks good on the cover. So that's how that happened to be that way. So that just happened a little bit ago as I was waiting for my husband to get back so he could help me fix my camera. So now I don't really exactly know what I'm going to put here since that idea's crashed out the door. This is it's called tumbling blocks. It's a pieced. You sew it by hand because it's difficult to get all these points to meet at angles. So it's tumbling blocks, often made for babies. But this one is made out of silk. You can tell because these are not cottons. These are silk materials. Really popular during Civil War. These particular silks were worn by women. They were dresses. And the plaids, they just loved them. And I'm a plaid lover. So this is not that early, this journal. Or this journal is not that early. But that sure would give it a brightening, wouldn't it? I don't know, it might be too different, too much. I don't know. I'd love to use that somehow. So let me show you what's going on this side. So I have to back this. It's just printed. The women's pictures are mostly from the Sweet Pea Curiosities. And then I made this little button card, little cameo button on there. And this, well, it would be like this. Okay, so this is a tuck. I cut it off of an envelope in the kit. And made this cute little button card with these crocheted buttons that are so beautiful. The back, this is from Graphis Fairy. And, oh yeah, so this is a needle holder and a booklet. This one and this one are from Paper Cameo. So I'm going to put these in here. There we go. And then this opens up this direction. Whoops. And I'm not done yet, but have a little tag in here. Wonderful picture fits in. What's nice about that kit, this is from Ruby and Pearl, is that there's a lot of skinny pictures. And on these smaller width pages in the folios, these skinny pictures really come in handy. So this one from the reading club, book club, and this one I thought were great. And obviously that's a doily that I glued down there. So I'm not sure I want to cover that. I might put something decor-wise down here, but I just love that rose and the coloring on it. And then I'll probably put something up here, not sure. I love this embossing, so I don't want to cover it. And then the other side, when you open it up first, it's going to look like that. I'm kind of working on this. This is something I made and showed on Instagram the other day. And when you open it up, it's this wonderful picture, which actually opens up and then it takes you to this. So I've made a flip out of what could have been just like an envelope. And it's not made out of heavy material. It's 32 pounds, so it's not super lightweight either. But I like the lightness of that. And I've been using these sepia colored pictures throughout, so I feel like having one on this side is a nice balance. And so I'm debating, and I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. I can attach this, literally glue it down to the front of this, which is I want to put lace and decorate that, but I really can't cut it any less wide or tall in this case, because this is already glued down for one thing, and I like the circle, the design. So it shows a little bit at either end, which isn't super duper appealing. So my other thought was I could get a piece of muslin and glue it down here so that this would open up separately. This then becomes another writing space, and this I could decorate with another picture. Not sure what it would be, but even that looks really good. And then it would open up again. Oh, I kind of like that there. You know what? I like that there. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to glue that down. So, yeah, so which do you think I should do? Just glue it? I mean, this is that great backing paper from Graphis Fairy. It looks like foxing. It's so realistic. And perfect color for this. It just have to use it. So, I'd like it to be able to fold open. Let's see. So are you guys boiling or freezing? That's the question for the day, isn't it? We're boiling. Oh yeah, we are boiling. It's a boiling day. 106 it's supposed to be. Well, now it's obviously later. Oh, that's the thing. Did I tell you that it completely... Oh, yeah, I did. Let's see. Do I want it there? A little division? Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. Okay. Although it looks like it's a little crooked. That looks good. Okay. All right. Whew. I love that color sepia. This is a house on the shore. Can you tell? It's on a lake. The woman has pink roses. So that's lovely. But I am going to put some lace across there. This is handy, but I don't think I'm going to use it. But let me see. I don't know. Looks like a curtain. I don't like that. I have to figure something else out. So I think if I have a piece of muslin, what's important is that it's a very close fold. So the muslin, I put the picture on this other piece. Maybe I'd have to actually glue the muslin so it's partially on that piece. And then it'll go over to about here, I think. So then I would have, it would open like this, and it would be up in the air. And I don't really want to cover up the clef. What's it called? Treble clef. I don't want to cover up the treble clef and all the sharps. I like that. So I was going to put it underneath. I was going to have it attach on this side. I hope I can do it. It sticks out and it makes for a nice tab too. So that's my plan. That's my plan there. Okay. I don't know what I have planned for this side yet. I love this. I don't want to cover that. And this I could cover. Not a problem. I just don't know what it's going to be. That's kind of pretty, and it goes along with that. Yeah, I've got different music papers I could use. Darkness in the Dead. I don't want to use that paper. Okay, alright, so what do you think? Do you like it so far? Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Alright, so what should we do together? Well, I could glue this down and figure out what I'm going to put in there. And hopefully I come across something great that's going to go there. I love some of these tags, but I don't necessarily want to have two tags next to each other. No, it's too predictable. But that's kind of cute. I love that though. Yeah, I don't really want to cover that up. Let's see. Okay, I got so much done waiting for my husband. Oh, I know. This is one I wanted. It has to be backed. Okay. These are more of the washi tapes. It's really a huge kit of washi tapes. Well, this is not from that. But these are so pretty. So pretty. If you like pink, but they have everything in there. They have cut-offs from their blues and their greens and their different seasons. It's just a great selection of fussy cuts. Or a great selection of washi tapes. Okay, so, oh, you know what? No. Okay. Alright, let's, I want to back this. I love that picture. The reason that I like this for this is because of the reference to sewing. A lot of needles, darning. It's just such a beautiful picture. This is from Little Red Papery. So, how could we make that maybe taller so more of the dress shows? And we'll put some lace on that. This is too narrow. What could we use? I've got this bag. Let's see. Okay. I don't know, it looks too wide. Looks too wide, looks too new. What if the dress were on top of the bag? And then it could be something else that goes in there. Still, the shape is, I think that might be interesting. Let me see. I made these along with that girl with the music and showed them on Instagram yesterday. The back's so cute. So, some Tim Holtz flowers. Cut these out of a book to form this sentence. Stamped a little crackle on there. Some old laces, crochet lace. It's one of the flowers, you know, those kind of flowers we all use. Oh, you know what? I've got some of that. I mean, I was just thinking if this were to go inside this bag. That were like that. That's kind of a pity to cover the bag. kind of goes. This is gray. Oops, gray and pink, which doesn't really, I don't love gray, ever, under any circumstance. Charcoal, maybe, but gray is kind of, to me, a depressing color. I can't seem to fall for it, like I know it's super popular. So, I don't know, that looks kind of a large scale, doesn't it, to the other things. It just, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything for me. Okay, and the other girl, the other frame, has too much dimension on the front and on the back with these pom-poms. But I do look forward to using them. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this is a cute one that came into my view. This is super cute, but I think I'd probably put it over here. It has to be smaller, but I love the frame around it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it down. Oh, I glued so close. You know, I used Beacon, and I can't really get, maybe I can open that up a little bit. Let me see what I can do. I need that space. Will that be possible? Oh. There we go. Yeah, if you do it soon enough, you can usually manipulate that glue to let go. So let's see. Okay. Oh gosh, that's just perfect. I'm going to cut it down on the top, bottom, sides. Oh, not a lot, maybe half. I just think it's so cute framing this with this beautiful arch. Oh, it's sweet. Okay, so that still doesn't help me for this side. And that's kind of my goal. I'm getting lost. Let's see. What do we think about that? No. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. We don't have too much time left, actually. Sorry, I haven't really shown you guys much to do. Hope you're crafting. Do you know what this means? Doigt à bord. Doigt à bord. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. It means must have. Must have. And I thought it would really look good right here with these papers. So let's do this. Let's see if we can get something done before I shut down and find out if this is even going to take. Oh my gosh, you guys. Can you believe it's almost the end of August? Seriously, can you? I'm so ready. I've really, really been busy preparing things for busyness after the September Labor Day. And I really did want to get to this video this morning, but I ended up just having so many things come up that I wanted to partake in for my work, and so I did not get to any crafting or anything until late this afternoon. There we go. Okay, that just fits perfectly. And when you take it all out, you've got that great looking girl. Woman. Okay, so this Droit à bord is in the kit from chapter 1. Oops. And I printed it on photo paper, so it's got height, and it'll add some gravitas to this pocket, which is holding a lot of pictures, but it's pretty thin. And I liked it best up higher. It didn't look that good down low. I liked it up here. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Oops, there's my timer. Okay. All right, let's see. I don't think this is actually gluing. There we go. This is the tight one. If this glue spreads, I'm not going to have much room in there. That side's good. Okay. Okay. Then I want to glue it down here. I'm going to use this. But I was thinking I might make it a pocket for this to go in the top. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use 2 glues because of the spreading that happens with Beacon. So let's get that to hold it down, and then I will put this. Hey, I wanted to mention, I watched a really, really good mystery story on Netflix called Untamed. It came out recently. It takes place in Yosemite National Park. It's not about animals. It's about people. The acting is superb. The characters are deep. It's got a few storylines going on. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's just really good. It's deep, deep. And not an action movie. If you like action. It's not slow. It's just more of a character development and mystery. Oh, it's so good. Highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it to you. And the scenery, it's just beyond gorgeous. Oh, and like the first 10 minutes are just killer. Oh, it's just, I just replayed it over and over and over to just grasp those first few minutes. It's that kind of a start. Well, not the first few. It took a few minutes to get into that part, but it's so good. I think I'm going to watch it a second time, and I just never do that. Okay, there we go. So I've got to back these, but let's see if it's going to fit. Is it going to fit? Oh, I think it might. Shockaroo. Wow. So that'll be good writing paper. This I have to back. So pretty. It was in a recent premium kit, I'm pretty sure. This is cute. From Graphis Fairy. I like this flower, the coloring. And then, as I said, was from Tracy Fox. And I think there's room for more. I think I could put, oh, I don't think I want to put my lady in there. Cute envelope. More writing space. This could go on this side too. Yeah, that's so sweet. I made that. Yeah, no. Get the London tickets. Okay, so I'm going to back that. So there you go. So I'm pretty darn happy with how this is going. But this is going to be interesting. You know, I've got this big bow. It's a picture of a bow, and it would be like this, and then have two things hanging down. I just love bows like that, and I'm thinking maybe that would be cool up there, and it could be a tuck spot. Things could tuck up in it, and then this could be the pocket. So that might be what I do. I like how this woman is peeking out. And then this, deciding on that, so let me know. You think muslin down this side, so this can have a separate flip, or should I just glue it on here, give it heft, and forget the writing space? And then over here, this is a coin envelope. It's got lace in it that really shows up well against this dark brownish black color, so that's why I'm putting it there. I like that. I like the circle and the circle. And then this is going to have something, don't know what it is. You know, I have these cool cigar bands that I bought from a woman in Germany. And they're really pretty. They're a beautiful, oh, that's a beautiful picture. I like that. You know what? I think that's cool. Oh my gosh, look. The top has got the same design as this. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Wow, that was lucky. I've had them for quite a while, and I thought, man, if I don't put them out and look at them, I will never remember to use them. So, this has got green grass. It's like a castle. The turrets look like castle turrets with a barn. I like that. Okay. Oh, that was so lucky. Okay, and then I stapled this lace. It's not old. It's, you know, store-bought, which I don't really like to use. I stapled it upside down, I can see though, onto a card. I don't know, playing around, I guess. And I was just thinking, well, you know, if I could, I don't see how I can use that though. I don't think that's going to work. I do really like this design. I'm not sure I want to really cover it, but it does seem a little lopsided if I don't do something. So I think I'm going to have to come up with something that maybe goes in here, or maybe goes over here. Maybe more of the music paper, not the word darkness, some of that poem. Oh, you know, I've got these cutouts from the tags. Let's see. Oh, it's very pink. I cut that out better. It's just too pink. Too pink. What could I cut out? Got that brown. I've got this lady. No. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Oops. Oh, that's a pretty color, but it kind of blends in. Let's see if there's anything else here. Handwritten. I always like handwritten. Okay, so we have this. We also have this. It's not cut out all the way. I've also got this coin envelope with a little flower in it. Not sure which side I would want up. That side. Oh, you know what? That's kind of interesting. You can't tell, but the embossing shows through it. Ooh, I like that idea. Oh, I think that's going to be it. I need to do something to the sides to make them more interesting. But there's the embossing, and with this on top, it shows through. That is cool. I almost like the white frame. I almost like the white frame. It just makes you look at the background more, so you really go to that embossing. I really like how that looks, though. Well, I have to think about this one, guys. This is from Tim Holtz. But those cigar finds, that was smart. That's pretty. You know what I could do? I could glue that down there loosely and then put writing paper, like coffee dyed writing paper, and then just stick it in there. Maybe a little scratch pad that has different layers. Just stick it in there, keep it lightweight, and then when taken out, you can see how pretty that is. Or just put it on one side. You know, I think that might work out. Oh, this is what's going to go there. I actually was thinking in the back of my mind, where did all that space come from? Okay, so, yeah, so I don't think that looks so good with that. All right. Okay. Okay. I think that's all we're going to do for today. So share your thoughts. If you have any suggestions, don't hesitate. I'm going to find a couple other things for here, and I'm going to cut that down, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that section. But I want to kind of build up, maybe with that bow, and also build out of the pocket. But I want it to be broken up, and I want it to be solid like that. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish we could meet in person. It'd be so fun. And I will see you soon. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.